So last week, Kenya Power Lighting Company, KPLC, released a statement. It's almost like a profit warning, saying that Kenya Power sinks into 3.19 billion loss on weak shilling. You know, it is the most, I think it's only in Kenya where you can see a monopoly going at a loss. And that is the primary question. Why is a monopoly going at a loss or posting losses? Who are they competing with? And then now they blamed obviously a weak shilling. Don't forget that the weak shilling is being devalued deliberately by Kamau Thuge, Professor Joguna Ndongo, working at the behest of World Bank and IMF, people who don't have an interest. I told you, Muzungus, they don't like you. Muzungus want to see you perish. Even the Muzungu boss in your office, even the Muzungu guy who is visiting you, they don't have a best interest in us. And it's not their problem. This is their default setting. This is encoded in their DNA structure. Because of what? Because of their curriculum, their education. They've been told that these people are subhuman, and the offshoots of that is they continue rearing their ugly head every time. And World Bank and IMF, I was surprised to see that they are requesting to join the bomber stocks, and we are like, yes, the problems that we are having in this country are because of IMF and World Bank. And who are they? They are representing the enterprises in their country so that we can deprive our producers, we can deprive our businesses here of the incentives so that we can become an import economy. We can dump everything, including toothpicks here of all other. And here we are praising the importers, we are praising the supermarket owners, the ones who are importing everything, denying you of jobs. You see the stupidity of Kenyans, and it's because of this worshipping of religion, this worshipping of the media. You are addicted to the content that you get from these guys that you never stop to question. And now, which is why we are continuing with the gospel that boomers, anyone born between 1940 and 70, number one, we don't want to hear your unsolicited opinions in the media, in your social media, because you have proven time and time again that you are the most retarded generation. We are in this mess because you sat back and remained silent as successive regimes continued pilfering and plundering the economy in your infinite stupidity. You were just worshipping there. You've been dancing. Like now, I'm sure we are going to see a bunch of old bastards dancing at the airport, celebrating your oppressors. You understand? So, boomers, your stupidity has led us to the conclusion that we are in this mess because of you, and we don't need you to vote anymore. Because the more you vote, the more you are perpetrating, you are exhibiting your biases, your limited knowledge, your intellectual, can we call them your intellectual dwarfs? You're a bunch of intellectual dwarfs, because every time you go and vote is not on the basis of logic and common sense. You go to vote with emotions. Let's remove this guy. Let's put this guy. This guy is from our tribe. This guy is from who? That stupidity has forced you. We are here. You have left us with nothing. When you guys, your parents, left you with land, you guys are not leaving us with anything. Because of what? Because of your stupidity. And that's why we don't want you to vote. Because even when you vote, you're not adding value to the cumulative result. Even now we are seeing you suffering, but we know when it gets to 2027 mutaanza kusema afadhali huyo mwizi wetu. We know your stupidity. That's why we don't trust you. We don't trust anything that you say. You guys have not created any opportunities for us. You are still holding onto positions that you're not even qualified. You don't even have merit. You still want to hold on to them even in your 60s and 70s because you are a retarded lot. You still I was seeing even former cabinet secretaries. They are saying that now, after looting, can you imagine a thief like James Macharia? Can you imagine a thief like Peter Munya? They still want to be taken care of by government. That shows you that these idiots, even after stealing, you cannot even help yourselves. You cannot even, with all the money that you've stashed abroad, you cannot even help yourselves. You're a bunch of retards. So anyway, Kenya Power, they tell us that they are posting a loss because of our weak shilling. I pull up a screenshot of a token which has been purchased, and there down it has, you can see in that paper, it has a forex charge of a certain amount of money. So I ask a question, why on my tweet, every time the shilling weekend, the forex loss affecting Kenya Power is shouldered by the consumer. So they pass on any imaginary losses that they have posted to the consumer. And then obviously there is always Twitter. On Twitter, there is always people who are ready to side with the oppressor, whether it's sponsored, whether it's deliberate or spontaneous. I don't know how that happens. So a guy comes there, he's an idiot called Dr. Ho Jinsen Kinjeketile. You'll normally see that the people who are defending our oppressors normally don't have their identities. They cannot even reveal themselves publicly. So they come and then they say, some folks are hilarious. Someone sat and thought that tokens are the only thing that's affected by Forex. Yet KPLC debt stood at 103.2. Now, first of all, you're telling me that KPLC has debt. Do I care whether KPLC has debt? You have charged me a Forex charge. Now, do I want to know what it is going to be used for? So you're telling me that, oh, this Forex charge is not for, I don't know what, it's for debt. First of all, debt, how did they accrue 108 billion of debt? What new project have they come up with? Have they built a new dam? Have they done any new project? Have they extended electricity everywhere? No, most of the places are still dark. We don't even have street lights in 99% of the country. So this debt was accumulated from where? And then let's go to the next one. And then in the year ended June 2022, of which 76.2 billion was US dollar denominated. Jameni, kusoma kidogo tu. Unataka nisome nini? You think that reading cooked financials of KPLC is a measure of wisdom, that now you have told me, first of all, they have deducted my Forex charge. It's not my duty to then go ahead and know what they're going to do with that Forex charge. Now you're telling me that they don't use it for its intended purpose. It's going to pay some imaginary loan for unseen project. You understand? A lot of smoke and mirrors here just to obscure the fact that these guys are hemorrhaging money. They are stealing money. It's as simple as that. When they're telling you they've posted a 3.1 billion loss as a monopoly, it simply means that 3.1 billion shillings has been embezzled by people who are close to that company. So we don't want to hear cock and bull stories, spin, I don't know what propaganda. We don't want to hear all those stories. If people have paid Forex charge, it should not be the excuse that you're coming to flaunt to people that we are now posting a loss. We don't care what you do with the money that you subtract from us. You don't come to tell us that, oh, this one was because, I don't know, IPPs were signed, the contracts with independent power producers were signed using the dollar. What nonsense are you telling us? First of all, why do we have IPPs? IPPs is a construct only existing in Kenya. If you go to Egypt, where they have only one source of power, which is the Aswan High Dam, they don't have IPPs there. That the water that comes from this side of the Great Lakes region is enough to power all their energy needs, and their electricity is not inflated. But you're telling us, first of all, that this loan is going to offset the contracts done by IPPs which are there illegally. You're telling us that Kibaki signed them. Who cares? Why are they not being terminated? Because in Kenya we have oversupply of power, because we have the Seven Forks hydroelectric power scheme. We have the Lake Turkana wind farm with this thief of telecom called Mogo Kibati. We also have geothermal. We also sinking wells of geothermal, so we have adequate power. Why do we need IPPs? Oh, we signed contracts. I saw some other idiot telling me, oh, on a WhatsApp group, he tells me, oh, we signed contracts. What do you want? Munataka tufanye nini sasa? Tuzi cancel. What are you telling us now? So do you want us to keep on? Because on every token purchased, we are also charged the fuel adjustment levy. So that is the assumption is that all the power that is coming or is being moved through Kenya KPLC is coming from diesel generators. So we no longer have the Seven Forks Dam. We no longer have geothermal. We no longer have the wind power. No, this is the greatest heist in Kenyan history. And we are tired of being overcharged. We are tired of being the guinea pigs of this IPP experiment, so that we can enrich a bunch of charlatans, a bunch of Moi era hoodlums, people like Gideon Moi, Nicholas B. Watt, and their families. We are enriching them, and they are suppressing our capacity to create jobs locally. They are forcing investors to leave the country in droves. And then now we are supposed to accept that bill, and then we are supposed to clap for you because you've concocted some fake reason. Go to hell, you idiots.